Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan Mubaarak Al Nahyan, Cabinet Member and Minister of Tolerance of the UAE.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your warm welcome. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to welcome you to this annual Global Education and Skills Forum, hosted by the Barki Foundation under the able leadership of my friend and brother, Sunny Barki. Thank you, Sunny. I look forward to the signing today of the MOU between the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award, the Foundation, and the Ministry of Tolerance. Our cooperation will contribute to our efforts to promote tolerance, volunteerism, and public service among our young people in particular. We are also honored this morning by the presence of so many leaders, like my dear brother and friend, former President of Colombia. Most welcome, sir. Santos. And doers of our time, and thank each of you so very much for joining us for this important conference. The themes of this forum are powerful, important, and far-reaching. Your careful consideration of them will help ensure a future of peace and prosperity for our world. And it is indeed a great honor that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister, and ruler of Dubai, is the patron of this forum. His launch of the Global Teacher Prize during the forum reinforces his status as a major force in education reform, both here and around the world and the region. We in the UAE are fortunate to have his wise leadership and are grateful for his vision of the role of education in shaping the future. It is appropriate that this annual forum is held in Dubai and the United Arab Emirates, and that the far-reaching vision of our nation's founder, the late President Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, and expanded by wise leadership of our President, His Highness Sheikh Ali bin Zayed Al Nahyan, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and the Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. The UAE is on a trajectory to become one of the world's leaders in creating a knowledge society and a knowledge-based economy. Interactions with accomplished world thinkers and leaders will help support our national goals. They make us more efficient, and they help us reach our potential. My friends, I stand before you today as the Minister of Tolerance in the United Arab Emirates. As a Minister of Tolerance, I have chosen as the focus of my remarks the topic of one human family. I am, of course, highly influenced in my choice of the topic by the historic visit to the UAE last month by His Holiness Pope Francis and His Eminence, the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayyib. Those visits focused attention on promoting human fraternity around the globe. The Pope and the Grand Imam issued the Abu Dhabi Declaration on Human Fraternity that exemplifies the more force that we all must exert if we are to meet the great goal challenges of the 21st century. When I speak of one human family, I want to emphasize my strong belief in the power of tolerance and human engagement to shape the future and to help solve many of the world's great global challenges. I'm a strong believer that tolerance and human fraternity will help us recognize the world imperative for moral imperative for improving the health and safety of all individuals. Tolerance and human fraternity will help improve education and encourage innovation so that all citizens can contribute to a knowledge-based economy. Tolerance will enable cooperation, understanding, and mutual respect among different groups and cultures and religions. Tolerance will help us deal with the important environmental issues. Tolerance will help solve conflicts and political disagreements. Tolerance will make us champions for human rights and human obligations. And tolerance will assist in preserving our own heritage and strengthening our own cultures, thereby making us all proud of our national identities. Ladies and gentlemen, I have great confidence that education can play an important role in helping us reach the goal of the one human family. I have great hopes for your forum. I'm looking forward to the outcomes of your discussions on the role of education in providing access to success and progress, the role of education in building bridges between individuals and between societies, and the role of education in bringing down barriers and building mutual trust and cooperation, which are now the basic requirements for global progress and world peace. Above all, I look forward to the collective power of your intellect as applied in an integrative, interdisciplinary manner to produce ideas and initiatives for addressing major problems facing the world. بسك من التصوير انت بس كده خلاص. I have given thought to a few issues that may be of interest to you. First, it seems to me that discussions about education for one human family will inevitably converge on knowledge, partnerships, innovative technologies, and the requirement for building successful global learning communities. This must include the best ways for guaranteeing that global initiatives and programs yield well-educated and engaged students and promote educational excellence and innovation in all countries of the world. Second, if nations aim to educate and train students so they can work productively in a global environment, those nations must at the same time ensure that their work-oriented curricula do not stifle the imaginations of those students. It is vital that we stimulate the curious, inquiring mind, that we teach critical analysis, that we promote continuing education, that we recognize the courage required to persist in the face of rejection of one's ideas and intuition. We must also be on constant guard against recurring waves of anti-intellectualism and the continuing re-emergence of know-nothing attitude. Third, we know that disparities in skills and educational resources widen the persistent imbalance among nations and threatens our hopes for educational attainment around the globe. Successful development around the world requires that these disparities be reduced or altogether eradicated. Fourth, as one human family, I hope we agree on two basic concepts. One, the role of leaders, thinkers, and innovators in shaping the future of the world will continue to grow. Two, regional and international cooperation is essential to the growth of knowledge and the solutions of problems. It is now clear that your work as thinkers and intellectual leaders must not only be about knowledge and ideas, but must also be about leadership, the leadership required to ensure the wise, effective, and humane use of knowledge and ideas. In closing, I wish to note again that recent events around the world have made us conscious of the urgent need to bring hope and optimism to leaderships among people and between countries. The current state of distrust and misunderstanding in the world has a great deal to do with ignorance that breeds hostility and fear. In order to have one human family on our planet, we must solve these issues educationally, peacefully, and in a humane way. And again, I want to emphasize my strong belief that education is one of the most effective ways to address the root causes that fuel hatred and mistrust. Education is vital if civilization is to persist and prosper. Thank you for being here today. And as I close, I ask that each of us make a commitment to help develop one human family. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you.